Welcome back to our course, Overcome Impostor Syndrome. Now that you've identified the times you feel like a fraud, and you've discovered which subtypes of imposter syndrome you struggle with, let's learn how to overcome imposter syndrome, beginning with getting very clear about some fundamental truths. Again, please make sure you've downloaded the follow-along guide that comes with this course. Here's the first truth I'd like you to take in. Real imposters do not experience imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is actually a symptom of achievement. People who are not successful don't worry about being discovered. If you weren't a success, you wouldn't likely be struggling with feelings of fraud. I'm going to say that again so you can really take it in. Only successful and talented people suffer from imposter syndrome. Real imposters are the phonies among us who have a delusional perception of themselves. They're boastful. They exaggerate their past accomplishments. They create stories about their backgrounds. They take credit for the work of others. They grab the spotlight whenever they can. They avoid doing things they don't know how to do. They don't work hard. They don't challenge themselves. They're pretenders and may even be con artists or narcissists. The irony is, as psychologist Amy Cuddy points out, who fears failure most? People who have achieved something, who are demonstrably anything but frauds. Maybe that's why many talented, hardworking, and successful people have experienced imposter syndrome. Here's a second truth I'd like you to take in. Everyone, specifically everyone who's not actually a fraud, feels like a fraud sometimes. Besides challenging your own fraud talk, I'm going to encourage you to challenge how you see others, particularly when you catch yourself thinking other people are perfect, that they never make mistakes, that they always succeed on their own, or any of the other unrealistic thoughts we often have when we put others on pedestals. Just like the curated versions of people we see on social media with perfect smiling family photos or seemingly effortless successes, remind yourself that everyone struggles and needs help from others in order to achieve. Try to see the people in your life or in the public sphere as they really are, gifts and flaws both. That is the humanity that makes us unique and interesting, authentic and approachable. The goal is to find compassion for yourself and for others, understanding that we are all perfectly imperfect. Here is a third truth I'd like you to take in. The solution to imposter syndrome is not more achievement. It's tempting to think, let me just do more, be more, rack up more successes. Then I won't feel like a fraud anymore. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. If you're prone to imposter syndrome, achieving more will not make those fraud feelings go away. Now, I'm not saying to stay safe and not push yourself at all. When you go outside your comfort zone, that's exactly how you grow. The key is to shift your mindset so you value learning more than performance. Reframe your fraud feeling as a growth opportunity. Here are your Module 3 assignments. First, I want you to document your accomplishments. This will prove to be an invaluable resource for you when imposter syndrome shows up in your life. Second, I'm going to ask you to catch yourself when you put others on a pedestal and think they do everything perfectly and effortlessly. Third, I want you to consider if you are pushing yourself to achieve more because you believe this will keep imposter syndrome at bay. If that's you, how can you slow down and take the pressure off? For detailed instructions on these assignments, please refer to the follow-along guide I provided you for this course.